Use the following procedure to replace a CAT1600 board in a CP850. You will need the following tools. To disassemble the unit, you will first need to remove the power supply. Push the small red lever to the right and pull gently. Then remove the two small screws on either side of the unit that secure the lid. Slide the lid towards the back of the unit approximately 1/4 inch or 1/2 centimeter and then lift off. Inside the unit, remove the gold connector at J12. Pull up carefully but firmly as the connection will be tight. Remove the CAT1605 board by pulling up gently on both sides. Next, remove the connectors at J3, J20, and J10. To remove J3, simply pull up. At J20, squeeze the lock on the connector and pull. To remove the connector at J10, first lift off the tape holding the ribbon cable against the chassis. Gently lift the brown connector to an up position. Then carefully lift out the ribbon cable and tape it to the chassis so that the contacts are protected and out of the way. On the back panel, remove the 4 hex screws that secure the automation and 8x AES connectors. Then remove the 2 hex nuts at the BNC AES connectors and the small screw above the SPITIF RCA connector. Some units have 3 small screws above the HDMI connectors. Remove them if installed. Inside the unit, remove the 4 or sometimes 5 Phillips screws fastening the CAT1600 to the chassis. Do not remove the screw or standoff to the right of the board's serial number. The CAT1600 is now ready to be removed from the chassis. Make certain that the connectors are clear and then pull up gently on the forward right corner of the board. Lift the board towards the front of the unit to clear the rear connectors from the cutouts on the back panel. The small CAT1620 board may lift out with the CAT1600 or remain inside the chassis of the CP850. Then remove the standoff from the CAT1600. Now attach the standoff to the replacement board. Then attach the CAT1620. The replacement CAT1600 is now ready to be installed. Insert the board at an angle, aligning the connectors with the cutouts on the back panel. Guide the standoff into the cutout of the plastic air diverter and align the connectors of the CAT1620. Gently slide the board into the back panel cutouts and then push down. The board should lie flat on the standoffs if correctly aligned. Next, reinstall the small 4 or 5 Phillips screws that secure the board to the chassis and refasten the connectors on the back panel. Care must be taken when reinstalling the ribbon cable at J10. First, remove the tape and slide the cable between the fan bracket and the chassis. Be certain to align the blue tab parallel to the connector before gently inserting. Tape the cable to the side of the chassis, ensuring it does not project above it. Push down lightly on the brown connector to lock the ribbon into place. Now reattach the connectors at J20 and J3. Then carefully reinstall the CAT1605, applying even pressure on the connectors to minimize flexing. Ensure it's oriented with its serial label location closest to the security plate on the CAT1600. To reattach the final connector at J12, push down carefully but firmly. The connection will be tight. To reattach the top of the CP850, slot the tabs on the lid into the cutouts on the chassis. Slide the lid towards the front of the CP850 and fasten it with the 2 small Phillips screws. Finally, slide the power supply back into the chassis until it snaps firmly into place.